out here in Virginia, so things are just getting ready to roll.
4 months.
All right. Yeah, 4 months. And also in Albuquerque, things are barely rolling out there. So it's just a few brothers, man, that dedicated to going out there to teach like it is out here. And as we grow, you know, y'all be a part of that. All right. So no, that way, no masquerade there. There's not 1,000 men here with ISBK shirts, BHBK shirts. There's just us brothers that's getting things rolling out here, and the same thing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right. Is it up rolling?
Yeah, there's no sound.
There's no sound? Huh? Oh, okay. You said what? Okay. All right. So let's get these questions in. There's a few brothers that are new. I want to get the text out too. Okay. All right. So, I was just checking the sound. Any questions on there?
Not right now.
We ask y'all like, share, subscribe. There's a lot of questions or videos on there with a lot of questions. Also, like our other channel. Y'all should know by now, and most of the people do, but for the new people, our other channel is our main channel that we got a lot more subscribers, a lot more videos. So there's a lot of topics that we touched on that channel. That's the reason I'm saying that. You can go on there and get these different topics we touched on, questions that's been answered over and over and over and over again. All right. Questions like Genesis 1. All right. That's questions been asked many of times. Genesis 3 about Satan, Adam and Eve. Questions many of times about the Sabbath. We got classes on there over and over again about the topic of the Sabbath and how the Sabbath was supposed to be celebrated. Baptism. We got topics on baptism. The law. These are like common for the new brothers and sisters, like common topics. What are some other ones? What it's like common that they ask every time? What? The Holy Trinity. We got those topics on there. So
Gentiles.
yeah, the Gentiles, the Anunnakis, and all that stuff. That's on. We answered a lot of those questions, and we know they're going to keep coming up. But just letting y'all know, on our main channel, we have been over that a lot of times. It's the acronym spelled out, or the full name, I should say. All right. So we're going to give y'all a few seconds. Reminder that the Feast of Memorial Blowing of the Trumpets is going on the 29th of September. So if y'all want to come join us, we got a few families here that are going to be celebrating it. You can come join us if you want to partake in that. I know the brother Devin, he said they wanted to come down. Mustafa might want to. I think Mustafa might be coming down because it's only a few hours away. So we're gonna have a few people here if y'all want to come commemorate the High Holy Day. All right, that's coming up. Please support. Check out Mashaba's Blog Talk Radio at blogtalkradio.com/MASHAHBA. All right, Mashaba and a few of those brothers out there in Albuquerque are trying to get it popping out there. The harvest is plenteous and the laborers are few. So if y'all want to be a part of doing that, you know what you have to do. Show up. All right. What else I got to announce? The children's class. We have old children's classes. We're going to start doing the children's class here in Virginia. Probably, we were talking about it. Maybe it'd be like a more so a bigger kids class if we do that. Bigger kids class if we do that. So look out for that. Check out our Houston media source. You can check out our cable show, which is every Saturday at 8 p.m. And if you're not local in Houston, you can check it out in online, hmstv.org. All right. Any other announcements? Oh,
Yes.
just for the brother, because we got the brother Mario from Delaware. Man, we once again thank you, Tawada, for the books, for the stuff you gave us. Also, Israel wear. You know, he asks about everything Israel wear. We do the garments. We do anything the sisters do get down. Do lovely garments. All the brothers' garments. Everything you see us with, the sisters can supply your wants. All right. So if you want to do that, also if you want to order from our website, if you're like, nah, I ain't giving these niggas a dime, but you want to order some goods from the Sweet Ambiance, you can do that too. You can go ahead and put the link up there, the Sweet Ambiance link, and we do all that business is to pay the rent to our schools. All right, we're not funded. Nobody gives us $1,000 alms, and to pay the rent. You know, brothers and sisters do help out, but mainly our schools are supported by our businesses. So if you want to help out in that way, you can help out in that way. If you don't want to give alms, if you don't want to do it that way, you can send books, Bibles, papers, pens, apocryphers. We need computers. We need, brothers that send gift cards, things like that. So we know how Israel is when it comes to money. Some people just rather give other things. That's fine too. So whatever from your heart, we would appreciate it. All right. So with that, no questions. We're gonna go into class. Nothing. All right. So go ahead and into your topic.
All right. So the topic this afternoon is gonna be the power of the witch, man. Because in this society, this day and age, even back in the past, this common witch vibe is coming back around, and you got a lot of artists that are witches. You got men that practice magic, and they're making it seem like this is okay. This is the way to be. But we're gonna look a little bit more in depth in a witch, in a warlock, in a wizard, and these soothsayers, and
because all the music right now, the tones in the music and in the music industry,
right,
like the beats. I mean, but let's be real, it's nothing new.
No.
It's nothing new. They've been doing this a lot with the music, to where the certain music, the certain tones, the language.
Right.
That's where it's crazy when you go into that. You go into the music in Houston.
Right.
That screw music.
Chopped and screwed.
Man, that
Right.
music is demonic.
Oh, indeed.
Ever since I've heard that, like back in 95 or something,
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is evil.
Right.
Yeah.
You literally have to be in that slowed down to state.
Yeah.
You can't have any real knowledge on your brain, because if you did, you couldn't listen to it. You'd be
Yeah.
like, man, this is garbage. And it's funny that you said that, because I'm from Houston, and with me getting the truth and coming back to Houston, I kind of strayed away from it because it profited me nothing. It actually vexed my spirit. I was like, man, this is garbage.
Right.
But there's those that are in tune with that.
Right.
And it's funny. Let's go on another note with 3-6 Mafia.
Right.
3-6 Mafia was known for putting subliminal messages in their music, but it was a lot of chopped and screwed. It was a lot of craziness that they put in it, but it was very demonic
in the back of the music.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
get people hooked, man. But then, again, our people look at it as if it's not a problem, it's not an issue. Just like the topic Tuesday regarding the homosexuals. But this witchcraft, man, is no good at all. We're going to see according how what the Bible says about this.
Yeah.
All right, this topic. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 10 to start this off.
What you need?
Deuteronomy 18 and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
No,
Deuteronomy I'm going to read till this brother gets here. Deuteronomy 18 and verse 10.
Yeah, because, you know, the Most High, listen, the Most High did not want us to deal with this side of power, because there are two sides. And we're looking into it and seeing how our people are going over to this dark side, this wicked, this evil side.
Deuteronomy 18 and 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that uses divinations,
Right.
or an observer of times.
You over here looking at times. You know, it's the same thing like the horoscope. And everybody wants to go to the horoscope page and look at their monthly horoscope and see exactly how they feel. How is my month going to go? Am I going to be prosperous with my money?
Right.
That's what it means when it says observer of the times, the stars.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking into the quasars to answer your questions rather than the Holy Spirit, rather than the Bible.
Right. Now, you know, you might hear us say, you know, talk like when we're in the mall or something. Hey, what's your sign?
Right.
But not from getting books, or not from, now you're looking it up and you're like, oh, wait a minute, what sign is this person? Because they're now going to agree with my spirit.
Right.
If I'm this sign. That's wrong. That's wicked. You don't supposed to do that. You understand that? Yeah, the Most High don't, like, y'all got to understand that the Most High is not dealing with all that. One, you got to understand, the white man in Google, they don't know the real understanding of the zodiac.
Right.
Y'all get that? They don't know the real understanding of the stars and the signs of the times. That was taken away. So they're giving you a wicked perspective of these things. You understand? And it's mixed in with some things that are common. You count 10 Virgos, right? They might all have something in common. That's how they come to the consensus of their information. You see that? But then they slide other things in there that you're looking up and you're reading, and now it's gearing you to look at this person through something else besides the Most High. You see that? Like, me and this brother, we work together well. It's not because it's his zodiac and my zodiac. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? It's like couples. You're not working together because your zodiacs is linked up. Right. If the spirit is linked up with each other, if your spirit being righteous is linked up with this other individual that's righteous, then it says that you will be agreed. You don't need to be a Virgo, a Libra, or, you see what I'm saying? You don't need to be a Capricorn. That don't got no bearing on your real spirit, your spiritual man. Y'all get that? Okay. It's important to say that because using divinations or an observer, y'all, where we at? Deuteronomy 18 and 10. Deuteronomy 18 and 10. It says, or an observer of times. That means that they're looking at the stars to calculate things. That's what an observer of time is. Like, oh, here's the best time for you to have a baby. Oh, you know what? Here's the best time when Orion and Saturn and Venus, this is the time of love.
Time of prosperity.
The time of prosperity. Oh, be careful with the new moon. Y'all know what happens when the new moon comes out, right? It's the blood moon. That's how they think. A lot of people think that way. If you Google that about the new moon, they say that a lot of crime increases with certain moons. So now you're getting this information from Google, and you're looking at the signs of the times, and you're not looking at the most high and the spirit and what he says. Y'all get that? Go ahead. I'm going to read. An observer of times.
Right, and just to hit the definition real quick on that divination, like you were saying, just about foretelling future events. You said that already, right? Yeah, foretelling future events, discovering things secret or obscure. It says, just a little bit more of the definition. Yeah, that's about it. So literally foretelling future events. So the Most High is letting us know that there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh the sun to pass through the fire, or use these things, these foretelling future events, observing the times.
Right.
And
okay. And it says, for all that do these things are an abomination. Mm-hmm. And we went over the word abomination the other day when it went into the Sodomites. Right? Which was disgusting, filthy, right? Evil, right? Huh? Verse 11. It says, or a charmer.
Charmers.
Or a consulter with familiar spirits.
Yeah, when you start dealing with this consulter of familiar spirits, you're conjuring up dead spirits. You're literally, like all those shows that you may see with the Ouija board. You sitting over there trying to play with the Ouija board to bring back your grandma. Listen, I just had a conversation in the mall with the female that says she's been using the Ouija board since she was 11 years old. She can tell when her grandma's in the house because she smells fried chicken, and it was a fried chicken and because she can smell fish and cornbread. That's how she knows that her grandma's in the house. But she's conjuring up these spirits, and it's real. Wow. But the Most High is letting us know that our people shouldn't be dealing with this, because this is a real power. Yeah. A lot of it, the whole point of this topic was that a lot of the youth are getting more into that. Oh yeah. And we touched on it just a little bit. We had a conversation about it just the other day, just about all the Sabrina the Witch and all these witch movies, all these. So now it's like the homosexual topic is desensitizing you. It's deep. Can I get one scripture? Please. Grab me that Daniel 7 verse 25. You got that? No, not that. Daniel 7 verse 25. Just to add to what you're saying. Daniel's 7 verse 25, because the whole point of this is to desensitize you. It's to make you feel as though, what's the big deal? And there's nothing wrong with this. Y'all know that, right? That's the idea behind it. Oh yeah. It's to make you think, oh, what's the deal? What's wrong with this? I'm not hurting anybody. Mm-hmm. But as you're looking in the commandments, the Most High is plainly saying, don't do this. Yeah. Right? So you're going to see, we're not just going into the witch, we're going to show you a few things in the scriptures about these witches, man. But read that. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. And he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Right, and that's the point. The point is that when you look at this latter kingdom, because that's what you're reading about in Daniel's the 7th chapter. You're reading about this latter empire that is trying to do all in its power to wear you out. To make you feel like the scriptures are no importance. What we're doing is no importance. The knowledge of the Bible is no importance. When, as y'all see it, this is why it's important for y'all to read it. Because when you read it, you see that the Most High is commanding this. This is not the commandment of us. Right. This is the commandment of the Most High. He said, don't do these things. But that's all I wanted to get. I wanted to get that part where it says they want to wear out the saints of the Most High. And that's what they're doing. They're desensitizing you young brothers and sisters, a lot of the people, a lot of our nation. Oh yeah. Yeah. Trying to bamboozle us through their witchcraft, their evilness. Right. I'll jump back to Deuteronomy 18 verse 11. Mm-hmm. Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, right, or a wizard. Yeah, and a wizard is obviously just a male witch. a witch's counterpart, because there's a lot of men out here doing this witchcraft, doing this wizardry, where they literally having seances in their basement. Like it was an article that came out years ago where a man was kidnapping children, and he was actually underneath the Chuck E. Cheese. He was under the Chuck E. Cheese with his nice little what do they call it? His his layout, and he was sacrificing kids underneath Chuck E. Cheese, man. Oh yeah. But again, this is this man. Yeah.
Where was that at?
Oh man, I forget the location. It was it came out. Oh, it was
Really?
Oh yeah. Under Chuck E. Cheese.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
But it shows that these spirits is real. You think you conjuring up, strength demons, or strength powers, but these are wicked energies that you're conjuring up.
Yeah. I'm gonna read on. It says, a necromancer, right? So once again, it says familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. Wow. Yeah, it says it here. Yeah. In Illinois. Wait a minute. Illinois is about 30 minutes outside of Chicago. Wow. Ain't that a trip?
Oh yeah. That's right.
This is on Vice. Yeah. It's on there. His internet sucks though. You can't put it. Yeah. Yeah, man. A suburban Chuck E. Cheese could close for being a hub of violence. So they disturbing incidents, shootings, satanic chamber. What the hell?
Oh yeah.
It says, and other disturbing incidents that may soon have to close. It says that a Chuck E. Cheese location in Chicago was found to contain a satanic chamber of human remains.
Oh yeah. Come on, he was out there doing dirty work, doing his sacrifice.
This is online, y'all. I had to see that one.
Oh yeah, you thought it was
God dang.
2016.
Wow.
That wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, 2016.
And think of how much, and obviously we have social media now. So when you start thinking back years before, listen, what else were they doing?
Right.
That didn't get caught. But the Most High is showing us here that He didn't want us to deal with these individuals. You could jump to, keep on reading, sir.
Right, verse 12. It said, verse 11, or a charmer, a consulter with familiar spirits, a wizard, or a necromancer. Mm-hmm. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations, the Lord thy power doeth drive them out from before thee.
Yeah, the Most High didn't want that spirit around you. He didn't want that. He didn't want you to tap into what they were tapping into.
Yeah.
Listen, as an Israelite, we're pure. We're on another level. That's why the Most High is always try to keep us away from the heathen, because they have disgusting ways. They go to different levels to obtain this power, and it's not the right way in the Most High's eyes. So that's why He said He wanted us to be away from them. Keep reading.
Right. Verse 13. As a matter of fact, verse 12 in the middle. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy power drove them out from before thee. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy power.
Yeah, you got to see that. A lot of our friends that we have nowadays, they're nations, but you really don't know what they do whenever you leave from work, when you leave from the bar, when you leave from wherever that you're at, when you're around these individuals.
Yeah. Because
a lot of them are doing just like Joe Schmo was doing down there in Chuck E. Cheese.
Wow.
Killing individuals, sacrificing them. You don't know who you deal with, and these spirits is real. So we have to be aware that these things that, oh man, when I went home, I played with my little
Ouija
board, and that should be a red flag. Whoa, Ouija board. It shouldn't be for real. What were you doing? What happened? No.
Yep.
Back away from that. Or you have a lot of sisters nowadays, they like to hold the pendulum. The pendulum will show you the energy.
Ooh.
You be like, hold on, wait, what's the pendulum for? What you got to see somebody's energy for?
No, what y'all got to understand, where these topics come up, once again, is the mall. You meet so many witches come up to these brothers, and they be young.
Oh yeah.
They be young, from of 18 to 20. What you were saying?
Oh, it was when they came up today. She's a medium.
She's a medium,
Yeah.
and they like to use words like, "Oh, I'm a white witch.
Right.
I'm not evil. I'm a happy." I make it sound like it's fun.
Yeah, like
oh, I don't sacrifice. I believe in the wind and all this. Most I don't want you to believe in that.
Yeah, because white witch is like I do good magic.
Okay.
But again, you're still doing magic.
Right.
They don't understand that magic is still coming from this dark side.
Right. Now, magic, because we got kids in the class.
Yeah.
Not taking a card and doing like this and making it disappear. That's not what magic or making a quarter come out the side of the ear.
Right.
That's a trick. But that's not real magic. Magic that he's talking about in the scriptures is the magic they're doing on the left-hand side, which is throwing bones and summoning spirits, cutting themselves. Right? A lot of witches do that. They cut themselves. They pray to Satan. Right? Or they have different utensils around their house that they look to as beings and power.
Yep.
Oh, this right here, this is my favorite plant. This summons this god. Oh, this tree right here, or this pendulum, or this amulet does this.
Right.
Right? All those things y'all be seeing in those movies or Netflix series, 99% of them is how they summons these demons. And they tell you straight out how to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Step by step. You got your rocks all around in the circle. Put your rock, huh? Say it again. I can't hear you. Say it again. Oh, salt. Yeah, salt, rocks, whatever it might be. But again, they're summoning.
Did it crash?
Yeah, they're summoning these spirits. We're at Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 13. You can pick up and read, please. Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 13. Say it again. Oh, what's the question?
Yeah, what's the questions?
Doesn't the Catholic Church counsel couples on the best time to conceive children based on observing moon phases?
You said, let him read it.
Does the
You
Catholic
have a small voice.
Does the Catholic Church counsel couples on the best time to conceive children based on observing moon phases?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look that one up. You're probably right, because the Roman Catholic Church is all into. When you go back to the beginning of the Roman Catholic Church, you got to understand everything you follow in the Roman Catholic Church was an adopting of witchcraft, voodoo, the Babylonians, some type of sacrifice. So when you even look at just the Talmuds, right? When you look at Christmas, when you look at Easter, all that is an adopting of witches, idolatry, sacrifice. It don't got nothing to do with the Bible. What they did is put Bible names on those things, though. So yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it's something we have to research, to say for fact. You know what I mean? But you can't put it past them. A lot of them do that. Yeah, what else? Was that it?
Yeah, there was just another comment.
There was a comment on there?
Yeah, I was saying a few years ago in Washington, D.C., victims at Pizzagate. Yeah, Pizzagate was a whole nother scandal where you start dealing with just little kids. They were kidnapping kids. And I believe that if correct me if I'm wrong, they were trying to use their blood for certain things. I believe sacrificing, right? Pizzagate? Yeah, the Pizzagate scandal. Yeah, that's a whole. But yeah, it's all circled into the same wickedness, man. Evil. Read where you at.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 13. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy power.
Yeah, the Most High wanted us to be perfect. That's why He didn't want us around that. We're just showing that the Most High is not down for this witchcraft. But there's a reason behind it. Read.
For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of time.
See, the nations, a lot of the traditions that that these witches and I'm talking about Israelites, man, that they're taking is from these Hamitic tribes, is from other nations that was around us that we learned from them. A lot of this witchcraft, if you look into it, it comes from, they say, the Yoruba tribe, right? Where that our ancestors used to practice this. Yeah, but it was wicked ancestors that did that. Because as we're reading, the Most High didn't want us to be around that or support that or to be entertained with that. Read that again.
For these nations which thou shalt possess, hearken unto observers of times.
Yeah, you were supposed to possess them, but it says that they were hearkening unto observers of times. Read.
And unto diviners.
And to
Divinations?
divinations. Oh, diviners.
Diviners, I'm sorry.
Yeah, diviners. Read.
But as for thee, the Lord thy power hath not suffered thee to do so.
Yeah, so the Most High is showing us straight up that we were not supposed to deal with those that was doing fortune telling. So when you get people out there in the street and they like, ooh, I like your hand,
Right.
and they want to look at that's the setup. When they say they like your hand, you better cuff it up.
Yeah.
I had somebody in the mall. Ooh, I like your hand. Ooh, this. Oh no, sir, not today. You don't have to tell me what my palm says. You don't have to tell me what my future is going to be just by reading my palm, because they're out there. And the sad part about it, that it was a brother that looked like me. You know, because our people are highly into that, not knowing that they're tapping into the left side.
Satanism, satanic.
Oh yeah.
Satan worship.
You know, and they think that they're doing good. But no, listen, the Most High said don't deal with that. When you get kids in the schoolhouse or your friends that you come around, they like to play these little games that, you know, if this happens, if this number drops on your call, this event's going to happen in your life. Don't believe that. Don't believe it, because the Most High just said, what? Read that again.
The Lord thy power hath not suffered thee so to do.
Yeah, he didn't want you to do those things. And it's talking about diviners, observers of times. Again, the Most High, these nations, man, we learned so much wickedness from these nations. It's crazy. We're literally engulfed. We have a lot of picking off. It's like when you pick old paint off the wall to put a new coat on. You got to pick that off, man. A lot of that stuff is pretty tough to get off, but you got to keep picking at it, because we picked up a lot of these bad traditions. We picked up a lot of these bad philosophies. We picked up a lot of bad, listen, just trying to obtain power. Your power comes from the Most High, not from these divinations, not from these charmers, these witches, these warlocks. Go to Leviticus 20 and 27. Because like the priest was saying, these movies, man, they're portraying it to be like it's so cool. I want to be just like Sabrina, going to the fraternity, going to the College of Wishes and learning how to do this and, you know, build up my family and get riches.
Yeah.
No, that's not the way.
Can I get one real quick? And I know they already know this, but it's a constant theme I go over with my kids, with my Walla. Go to that Jeremiah 10 and 1, 10 and 2. You know what I mean? Just as a reminder, and I know it's kind of not on the topic, but it is. Like, you're not going into this point,
Right.
but it's a point that you brought up already. And that's the thing. We got to remind them, like, y'all got to understand, man, these nations don't think like you. Especially you Hebrew Israelite people. They don't think like you. They expect you to think like America, and they think we supposed to think like them. That, oh, everybody thinks like this. Why come y'all don't?
Yep.
Because we ain't of this world. We're not of this world. We're in this world, but we opposite of what you are. You understand this?
Okay.
Y'all kids gotta understand this too, man. That you gotta understand you're opposite of them. So they're gonna do all in their power to try to drain your soul and your spirit and make you think the things of the world are cool as hell. And they're fun. And there's nothing wrong with it. But read that, Jeremiah 10 and 2.
Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
There you go. This is something that you got to always remember, man. And when you said friends earlier, it's not that you got all these worldly friends, but it be people at work, it be people at your school, it be people in different environments that you're around and that you have to deal with on a work day basis. You might have to deal with, or like brothers in the mall, like, having to deal with that. Sisters are finna be in the mall. Y'all finna get a taste of that.
Oh yeah.
Y'all, y'all finna get a taste of the world, what it is. Like, if you thought work was bad,
Oh yeah.
wait till these niggas come up to you in the mall, pregnant. You got a man? You know what I mean? You know how these niggas are dirty. They gonna be hitting y'all up. They gonna be asking for your Facebook. This is how they do with brothers in the mall. Like, the order is no brothers give out any social media, no phone number, right?
Gone.
But you know how they get his social media? They go through the sweet ambiance social media, link through there like through the damn matrix, get his thing. I'm like, he's like, yeah, she got my social media by crawling through sweet ambiance and going that way. Y'all don't understand the world, they do things by all things necessary to get your spirit.
Yep.
And Satan is right there backing them, whispering, trying to pull you and pull your spirit. So it's a basic precept, but it's really serious. It's like, you better watch these heathens. You better watch these nations and who you call buddies and friends. And, you know, I had to tell my kids that. You know, they just met somebody at school.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, yeah, he's my friend. I'm like, that's not a friend.
Right.
That's an acquaintance. That's, you know, I had to tell my Waller that a friend is someone, man, that's been around for a while, that has your back. Your sister, your brother, the brothers and sisters amongst you that's there with you, that's going to tell you the right thing. That's a friend.
Right.
These people in the world are acquaintance. An acquaintance is somebody you meet at work, you show up at school every day, they're, you know what I mean, they're buddies. Hey, how you doing? You go out on the playground and play basketball once a day with them. And all you sisters at work, you meet them at work, you say hi, they talk crap about everybody at the job, you go home, right? That's an acquaintance. These are heathens, man. They're not friends. They're never your friends because they're not sitting you down and getting you in this book and saying, listen, this is what the law says. This is what the Most High says. Right? They're not a friend because they help you out one time when you need lunch money.
Right.
Or when you had an argument with your husband, they were there to say, hey, let me listen to you.
Right.
Unless they put out these scriptures and said, listen, this is what the scriptures say. Otherwise, they're not your friends. Y'all got it twisted.
Yep.
So learn not the way of the heathen. Watch that. Because they come subtile with it. Like he said, they'll try to get a piece of your hair. These kids are silly as hell in school, man.
Oh yeah.
They'll pull your piece of your hair out. What you do? Oh, that's for later. Like, for later for what?
Let me see your brush.
Yeah. What? It's real. Y'all think it's a damn joke. It's for real. Yeah.
I was growing out my hair. I used to have pick my hair out in the bathroom, and my apartments, I had hair. This girl told me, don't leave your hair around. Because, you know, she come to find out later on, she's a witch. A white witch. She was like, don't leave your hair around because somebody can take your hair and do stuff with it.
Voodoo.
Spells,
Yeah.
magic. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But people really be thinking like that.
Right.
You would never know until you start getting deep conversations with the person. Who do you believe in? Who do you subscribe to?
Yeah.
Who are you spiritual at? You know, then they'll open up and tell you, well, I'm like yourself, a white bitch. I don't do the name.
So, wait, she tried to get she said don't leave your hair?
She just told me don't leave my hair around.
Oh, who was she?
Huh?
Oh, she was.
Yeah, it's an old girl.
Old girlfriend, right?
California.
Old little witch, wasn't she?
Right.
See, but you didn't know that.
Nah.
You know, you didn't know that ahead of time that, hey, by the way, I'm a witch.
Right.
You never know when you're in the world because we're not trained to communicate.
Yep.
But little did you know, she was butt naked up under your bed with a 5-point star.
Right.
You know what I mean? With candles around.
Back just hard.
You know what I mean?
It's real. It's real.
It is real. And that's why y'all kids, y'all teenagers, because y'all not kids no more. You know who's a kid? Him right there, Manatazak. He's a kid. He don't understand this yet. But you understand it. Naomi, you understand it. Shariah understands it. Quadashaya understands it. And Mawala, you understand it too. You know what I mean? In Ariaz, he's getting there. Does he understand this yet? Fully? Not yet fully, but he will. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to know this. And of course, the grown-ups, y'all got to wake up and understand that everybody in the world that listens to you and that's an ear is not your friend.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, because they try to cover it up. You know, a lot of them will say that they're pagan. Pagan means that you practice witchcraft. You know, so there's a lot of these little terms that they try to, you know, put it under the rug. And, you know, I'm a naturalist. You know, I believe in nature. You know, I love nature. I'm vegan, nature. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
They even say nowadays I'm a spiritual healer.
Oh, yeah. All of them.
I'm glad. Are y'all listening to this? Watch the keywords.
Yep.
I'm natural. You be thinking like, oh, me too. We don't eat a lot of meat either. We eat a lot of salads. We're natural too. But she's talking about, no, she prays to the damn wind god.
Yep.
Right? Or the sun god.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta
listen,
watch it.
Once, you know, me, I asked 21 questions, so it's a lot of little small keys, but I'm bringing it out right now because, you know, the Most High said, listen, stay away from these cats. Individuals that have rocks, they'll literally carry rocks in their purse, in a little bag. They have to be tucked away for good energy, and, you know, I always got to keep this on me. It's like, for what though? What is that?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they're practicing this ill wizardry, this ill practice. Read where you at?
Wow.
That was Jeremiah 10 and 2.
Oh, you can jump back to you finished with that, sir?
Yeah.
Jump back to Leviticus, or actually Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 14, last precept. Yeah, finish that one up. Yeah, man, it's oh man, it's sad because whenever you look at them, man, they look like normal individuals until they just start breaking down things, the things that they do. Ooh, you should do this. A little patchouli with a little peppermint. Ooh, that'll make them fall in love. You know, all this little craziness. Read.
Verse 14, last precept.
Uh-huh.
The Lord thy power hath not suffered thee so to do.
Yeah, the Most High didn't want you to do these things nor be around them. Jump to Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 27.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27.
And we're just getting some scriptures just showing how the Most High feels towards these individuals. All these individuals you've seen on TV, friends, and the people that you run up into. But as well, the scripture says to walk not as fools, but be wise, be circumspect. Because we're around a perverse generation, man, a perverse and wicked. The individuals that you think is just average people just walking around, yeah, you're walking around demons. You're walking around people that practice witchcraft that will destroy you easily. Even a lot of you kids, y'all got to think, y'all have to be mindful that, just like the article about the Chuck E. Cheese guy, you'll get snatched up by some adults. They may smile at you, but inwardly, listen, they are ravaging demons. Read where you at.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27.
Yeah.
A man also or woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard.
Yeah, when you deal with these familiar spirits, that's all these palm readers out here. All these little palm readers that want to say they want to read your palms and they can foretell and let's sit down and turn off the lights. We need another body in here so that we can conjure up this. Who do you want to talk to? Oh, you want to talk to your husband, your dead husband?
Right.
Like, no,
wow.
That's a familiar spirit. They're literally, that's the same person who Saul dealt with.
And you know what? They're at the fairs.
Oh, yeah.
I know you think it's for fun. Don't let them touch you. Because why? They be having demons on them, man. And then if you're struggling with spirits, what happens? Those spirits can come around you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You start reading tarot cards. You
Yeah.
like, oh, dang, that's a nice card. You over here flipping it. You don't know what you're doing. You just flipping. Let me try this real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, nice prosperity. They got you out here doing this insane practice. Tarot card reading. Read from the top.
A man also or woman that has a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard.
Or a wizard, because you got males out here. You can't trust them. Listen, you can't trust no. If they're not coming with these scriptures, cats is wicked. But we're gonna show you in the scriptures how that's so. Read.
Shall surely be put to death.
They shall be what?
Surely be put to
The
death.
Most High said these witches, these wizards, these enchanters, they'd be put to death, destroyed, because they're destroying other people's lives with the negativity, with the lies, with the deceit. More importantly, the children of Israel, man. They're trying to have us at odds with our Creator, our power. But that's why the Most High told us not to deal with them. Read.
They shall stone them with stones.
They shall do what?
Stone them with stones.
This is the God of the Bible. This is his consequence, or this is his, the consequences for being a witch, being a wizard. Stone with stone. We ain't talking about little pebbles. We're not talking about little fish drop. These is big stones. When you look at stoning, there's multiple ways. You got a big stone that you just drop on somebody that smushes them. Multiple. Dig them in the ground. Throwing at them. But this is a consequence. Why? Because these individuals are wicked. These aren't righteous individuals. And you can't play lightly with them, because they will overtake you, just like they overtook our forefathers in the past. Read.
Their blood shall be upon them.
Their blood shall be upon them. The reason that they got stoned was for their own actions. They chose to go that route. They chose to go to Miss Cleo's line. Miss Cleo, I'm having a problem, help me. You over here asking familiar spirits. This is serious. Jump to Exodus 22 and 18. Exodus chapter 22 and 18.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Come on, man. How many more we got to bring out? Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. See, but America's like, everybody should be loved. I'm about the earth. I love people. No, you're demonic. You're against the Most High. Read that again.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
See, but the Most High dropped this because there was a reason. Listen, he already foresaw the future. He already knew what was going to happen whenever we entertain these witches, entertain these wizards. That's why he told us that thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Why do you think they were doing a lot of witch burnings back in the day? Where do you think they got that from? What is that, Salem?
Yeah.
Where they're just killing witches on the stalks, burning them alive. These familiar spirits. Yeah, man. They'll jump on you, overtake your household. It was a movie on Netflix it was going on with, Pet Cemetery. Perfect. Pet Cemetery. This man want to go down to the cemetery to raise up his the dog or the cat.
Right.
But not knowing that, you over here doing this, you thought you were doing good, but you were bringing demonic spirits around you.
Yeah.
Then what happened? Your daughter died. Oh, let me go ahead and take her down there. Took your daughter down there. What happened? She didn't come back right. What happened then? Then your daughter took the mother down there.
And that's how it be. That's how these families and households be. You start inviting that in, and then it takes you, your family, your mama, your daddy. Yes, it's right. And they don't know. They don't know a lot of those things, man, that are subliminally in the back of their mind. And that's every class we go over when we talk about the seducing spirits, right? You got that one yet? You got that one in your class? No. Go there real quick. Go to You should have got that one. Yeah. Go there real quick. You got it?
Yeah, 1 Timothy 4 and 1.
Oh, my bad. Go to 1 Timothy 4 verse 1 real quick. Yeah, because this is there's a few words in here. It's a few words in here that we deal with. It's I want y'all to see. Go to 1 Timothy 4 and 1. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly,
Right.
that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith,
Go ahead.
giving heed to seducing spirits.
What happened? There's a question? There's a lot of questions?
Let me see.
Okay, we'll look at the questions while he looks at that. Read on. Giving heed to what?
Seducing spirits.
Right, so these are seducing spirits. These are seducing spirits. I want you to look up the definition real quick. Look up the definition of
Seducing.
Go ahead. Witches, white witches, black witches, soothsayers, palm readers. Like you said, they have the little cubes or what you say, the little trinklets, the shamans, yeah.
The stones, yep.
The stones.
Yeah.
It's seducing, which is what?
To persuade.
They try to do what?
To persuade.
They try to persuade. I'm telling y'all this because this is what you young sisters and young brothers are going to get a lot of. They're trying to persuade you. Go ahead.
To disobedience.
To what?
To disobedience.
Oh man, that's cold. To persuade you to what?
Disobedience.
They're trying to persuade you to break the commandments, the laws. They're trying to persuade you to not follow the scriptures. That's why the first thing opening this class, he went straight to the scriptures that said, don't do this. We got all this other part set up, but
or disloyalty.
Right. They try to make you disloyal to the Most High. Go ahead.
Evidence 2 says to lead astray, usually by persuasion or false promises.
Oh, and that's what, like, you get all these movies, you get all these series. It's like they try to promote this false promise, like worshiping Satan is good. This is what this is about. When you all come down to it, it's about you following the devil, Satan, the negative side, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, you believe in your God, I believe in my God. That's why they got satanic churches popping up around more than ever. Yeah.
I would say that the lady I think we met today, the false promise she was saying her this was based off of the pretext was I'm giving people closure, giving them peace, grief. Like I communicate with their dead relatives. She's talking about how like she likes the Egyptians here about the way that because they look they match the color of her room. It's a nice little school. She says she likes
Good things and turn them into evil. None is wrong with lavender. But now, it seduces you. Go ahead.
that was it for that.
Seducing spirits. No, jump back. Timothy's.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly.
Yeah.
That in the latter times some shall depart from the faith.
Go ahead.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
Go ahead.
And doctrines of devils.
And doctrines of devils. That's what this is about. You talk about satanic worship. So don't get into that. Don't get into the card reading. Don't let nobody touch your hand. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, it's just a rock and this rock is gonna. If it ain't a rock for decorations, and if it ain't a rock that is gonna light up or for something for your house, and they're talking about praying, it's for prayer, don't even get it. Don't even get it because we don't need those things that the wicked pray over. You don't need that. You know what I mean? You don't need those things because it brings certain spirits around you. Go ahead. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, give me getting 6 because the Most High knew that, man, and that's what He was trying to get us away from. Forewarn us.
Right. What questions we had on there?
There was no question. It was just it was off topic. Can you please explain hell and heaven being in the 4th dimension?
Oh, yeah. You're going to take us totally off the topic. We could go over that topic. We could go over a little bit of that tomorrow. What I'm going to have her do is put a link in there. This ain't the same cat that asked.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Put the link in there on that topic. We're going to do that for you because we literally have touched over this over and over and over and over
3 classes,
and over and over again. So it's nothing towards you. It's just certain topics keep coming up, and that's why we did full classes on them so you can get all the biblical information. All right. So she'll throw that in the link for you. All right. Was that it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
Ye shall not
Sage burners, huh?
Quadazop was saying, Priest Quadazop said that they put period blood in your spaghetti to hold your man down. But it's funny because I ran into a witch and she was saying a fragrance to seduce him. You know, I had to ask her. I was like, oh, for real? How you do that? Oh, for real? Patchouli?
There's some disgusting people out there, and then
Yeah.
when the levels of wickedness you get in,
Yeah.
that's when it gets more filthy,
Yeah.
right? But y'all are getting this. It doesn't matter what level it is. Don't deal with it. But the levels they get in, that's when you got your garden variety witches that go around and try to mix their little potions. But it gets deeper than that.
Oh, yeah.
It gets to the menstrual blood, then it passes the menstrual blood and then gets into
Chickens.
sacrifice.
Yep. Chickens.
You know what I mean? Sacrifice, and it could be sacrifice from animals or sacrifice of people. You know what I mean? So you gotta watch. You gotta watch what spirits people got on. That's why y'all gotta talk, man. This generation, man, your downfall is gonna be communication. Because you're supposed to be asking people.
Yeah.
People you meet, your friend, you're not, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, we're friends, we're buddies. You trying to tell me you gotta call them, oh yeah, they're my friend, they're gonna come over and hang out with us. Well, how do you know this chick don't got demons on her? And she don't like you. It could be a sister, you invite another woman over, but the girl is really there to take you away.
Yep.
Right? Because she's a witch, because a lot of them are lesbians, right? Because they don't need a man. They let the demon go into them. Man,
Feel fulfilled.
yeah, is filthy, man.
God.
Filthy. Sounds like a movie, but it ain't. What?
Oh, he says, this is a brother online. It says, that happened to me when was around 20 years ago. My ex-girlfriend took me some spaghetti to work. Right before I took a bite, my coworker looked at the food and he told me that it looked like blood in it. And it was blood. Long story short, we broke up.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That make you never want to eat spaghetti again. And I love spaghetti, but that's disgusting.
Right?
What the hell we're talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm a
Damn. He needed it, though. He said he needed it.
yeah, he said he ain't like he said. If it happened to me, I would never admit it either. I'd be like, I ain't eat it. But you know, luckily he caught it. Lucky he caught it. That's period blood in your throat.
Yeah, Most High had you back on that one. Most High, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Come on, but again, these are real situations. These are real incidences, man. This is real life. I think we literally walk around in life like it's a soap opera. Like nothing's gonna harm us until something really does touch you.
Yep.
And you be like, oh my God. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Back in my days, like
Right.
it was like, wow, you know, that sounds ridiculous. And I think a lot of young generations still think like that. Like, but then again, all the things that they done seen on TV and media, they're actually thinking like, damn, I can see Netflix and all that, and like it is, damn, I can see that. You know what I mean? They're not that foreign. No. Like even our generation, like the young generation, you know what I mean? Tiano, Shariah, Quadashaya, Naomi, y'all can see that happening, can't y'all? Y'all can see what? There you go.
Hold on,
Somebody at her school brought blood to school.
To do what?
To do what? To what?
She drank it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like our generation back in the days, you'd be like, man, I hear what you're saying, but that sounds far out. It ain't like that no more. It ain't far out. This is real. A lot of these situations done happen to people every day.
Was that in junior high or high school? Say that again?
This
Oh, yeah.
is what, middle school? That from their mom.
Oh yeah.
Or their dad. Or they got it from their mom and dad just leaving them to themselves on TikTok.
Ooh. Was that the singing one? That's the singing thing?
Huh?
Yeah, okay.
Thinking, you know what I mean? Watching them, you know, dance and then sip blood Throw blood on their body.
People think it's
like on TikTok.
People think it's paint, but it's really blood. It's juice.
Hold on. Let's get this dramatic pause for this. TikTok. All right. What? What you was gonna say, sis? Yeah, you got to watch out from these Haitians, Levites.
Yeah.
They got it. Listen, y'all got to understand that the Levites, the Haitians, are the Levitical priesthood. But when they went left, all that to be in the spirit, and we're going to touch on that. We haven't even got past the first 5 scriptures, but we're going to touch on that. But Levi, they had that connection with the Most High, right? When you look at Issachar, it says they know how to use the stars to navigate. When Israel went wicked, where do you think they got it from? They got it from this understanding, but that's why the Most High had to shut, when you go back to Genesis, right? He had to shut the real power down of the zodiac. Yeah, that's why he was like, listen, leave all that alone. You know what I mean? The stars, the Babylonians start dealing with that, right? But that's when you go back to Adam and Eve, that's what they were, that period, those people were trying to tap into reaching the stars. No different from the Tower of Babel. I want to go to the stars. They weren't just trying to build a tower into heaven. You got to think about it. The white man now, is he just trying to go to heaven? Or is he trying to tell you the stars, the sun, the moon? The scriptures say there's nothing far. If you want to know what was going on back then, look at America. Sun, the moon, the stars. They want to worship the trees. They want to have sex with dolls, animals. They want to do all that. It's here again. So, yeah, Levi, they went left. Our people went left, tapping into all these things. Not just Levi, because, on that island, you got who? The Dominicans.
Yep, Island Hispaniola.
You got the Dominicans, and they deep into that too.
Oh yes, Santeria.
They deep into the worshiping or raising dead people.
Yep.
It happens, man. And you're thinking like, oh, that can't happen. Listen, why do you think the Most High said don't deal with it? Because it was fake? No, it's real. Go ahead, Ak.
Where you at?
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 26.
You can jump to you can go to verse 31. Verse 31.
Verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits. Neither seek after wizards to be defiled with them.
Yeah, to be defiled. The Most High didn't want us defiled by this. Pick up those practices. Like the priest was saying, read.
I am the Lord your power.
Yeah, give me Leviticus 20:6.
After wizards, to go a-whoring after them.
And that's exactly what we did. We started going a-whoring. We started going after them, seeking them, loving it,
Wow.
needing to be around it. But again, that's why nowadays you can't be around it. You got to go, oh, no.
Yep.
Flee from me, Satan. Was it stranger danger? They're strangers. You don't know them. That spirit is unknown. That spirit is, like you said, weird.
Right.
Yeah, that's what you got to say to him. You got to, listen, I can have nothing to do with you. Read.
I will even set my face against that soul.
Yeah, the Most High wasn't with that. Listen, you go after these witches and warlocks and try to find out, how to get more money. And listen, I need help with getting my relationship back in order. Okay, listen, all you got to do is whip up these 3 eggs, put a little salt in it. What I want you to do is put this underneath his bed, roll 3 rocks so that the goddess Orpheus will listen to you. Yeah, see, the Most High didn't want you to deal with that. Read.
And will cut him off from among his people.
Right, cut you off. Because the Most High was not dealing with that, man.
And TikTok is just a little app. But yeah, it's like a video app. Kids are looking for it, and it's easy to get somebody on there to act out, do something wicked, or try to influence them and make it look fun.
Oh yeah, where you at?
Exodus chapter 34 and verse 15.
Come on.
Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land,
Right.
and they go a-whoring after their gods.
Come on.
and do sacrifice unto their gods.
Yeah, and again, because these witches do sacrifice. But that's what we were picking up. That's what we were picking up, man. Read.
And one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice.
Damn.
And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons.
Read.
And their daughters go a whoring after their gods.
Yeah, so now you start including your children in what you were doing, man. And that's how, like you were saying, Allison, listen, our forefathers start learning that and start teaching that. That's why a lot of witches are like, listen, my forefathers was intertwined with the Yoruba tribe. But I'm going to give you the specific goddess that the Yoruba tribe is was worshiping, and her name is Orisha. Orisha came from this Nigerian tribe of Yoruba. Yep. They are also venerated by the Edo of southern eastern Nigeria. Heathens, man. Now we know some of the Hamites are our people, but for the most, man, these individuals that were going after these gods.
Or rather, some of our people is mixed amongst them.
Correct. Our people are mixed amongst these heathens. Read where you at?
Exodus chapter 34 and verse 17.
Oh, you can start at verse 16 again.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons.
Right.
And their daughters go a whoring after their gods.
Right.
And make thy sons go a whoring after their gods.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to stop, man. We're trying to stop this dealing with the left hand, making it seem like it's attractive. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 4. Listen, to get more money, man, pray to the Most High. You don't have to do that, man, to receive these things of the flesh.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 4. He is the rock. His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment.
Yeah, the Most High is a rock, man. His ways are perfect. But our people were and are going after these witches, man. Going after this left-hand side. Read.
A power of truth and without iniquity.
Come on.
Just and right is he.
Yeah. The Most High is just and right. Read.
They have corrupted themselves.
And our people have. Going after these traditions of the heathens. Going after these witches. Wanting to be like a witch because it looks nice and fun. They have a good life. They seem to have a fun time. Read that again.
They have corrupted themselves.
Yeah, we've corrupted ourselves dealing with that. Trying to read the tarot cards. You on a horoscope every day when you wake up. That's the first thing. You looking at seeing how your day's going to go. Read.
Their spot is not the spot of his children.
Yeah, that spot that are intertwined with that are perverse. They're things. Not knowing that there's good and there's evil. There's both sides to the spectrum. They're just trying to do because a lot of them believe that they're worshiping one God with many spirits. Yeah, but those spirits are demonic as I don't know what. Isaiah 45 and 7. Because there are power on both sides. You got the left-hand side, you got the right-hand side. There's no in between. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7.
Uh-huh.
I form the light and create darkness.
Yeah, the Most High said there's light and there's darkness. Come on.
I make peace.
He does what?
I make peace.
Read.
And create evil.
Yeah, there's evil here. That's why the Most High was like, don't deal with that. Don't entertain that. You don't want them problems. Read.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
Yeah, the Most High did all those things, man. The Most High created that. But again, he separated us from the nations. He separated us from this wickedness. He separated us from these warlocks. Ecclesiastes 33 and 14. Ecclesiastes chapter 33 and verse 14. Oh, got some comments?
Real quick, because I know you don't have this one. Right? Go to Isaiah. Let me get it. I think it's like 54. Go to Isaiah 54, verse 17. The reason why I want to remind y'all. I want to remind you of this, okay? That you don't have nothing to fear.
Right.
Like, you don't have nothing to fear when it comes to a witch or a warlock.
Oh, yeah.
If you are not entertaining it. The class we're going over is about leaving that madness alone and making a lot of people that don't have the knowledge aware of these demons are real. And a lot of new brothers and sisters coming in, they they still have customs that might be witchy. They might be doing things and carrying out customs that they don't know about. But for the ones that are enlightened, the ones that have the wisdom, you think I give a damn about a witch? You got barking at the moon and thinking you're walking up, have the knowledge. Man, his angels, his spirits are around us. So read this real quick.
Isaiah chapter 54, in verse 17.
Go ahead.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
I ain't never been scared of no witch. I'm like, you can try to do any magic you want on me. It ain't going to work.
Right.
Because I'm dealing with a higher power. That shit don't work on me. You know what I mean? I'm sure I met people in the world that don't like me. I'm sure somebody on YouTube right now is butt naked
Throwing hexes.
and they ain't working. You know what I mean? They doing all that madness for no reason because we deal with the Most High. That don't work. We're trying to show our people that when you like it, want it, deal with it, believe it, work on that side, oh, it'll work on you. It'll work on you. It'll be in your house. But this ain't going to work on the ones that are righteous and have the angels of the Most High around it. You know what I mean? So that's what we got to say. Much you at the cart, the kiosk, or they come in. And if y'all watch an old video maybe 4 or 5 years back, I say 4 or 5 now, we had a sister come to class and said she was a white witch. Broke her down in the middle of class. You know what I mean? She was coming for a while. She had a lot of issues. You know what I mean? She was battling a lot. I don't know where she's at now. But that spirit, that day that came in, she was like, I'm not dealing with that no more. And that was her coming into class, sitting and learning. So the power of the Most High can break those demons down. What? Go ahead.
There's one I always think of in the mall because I'm always coming in. Of course, reading witches all my life, like I always think of Numbers 23, 23.
Okay, let's get that one after this one. All right, let's get that one after this one. Go ahead, read that.
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
Go ahead.
And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn.
Right, and you know how speaking against you will be able to be condemned is by you not doing what they're saying. Somebody falsely accuses you, you got to be that those spirits can't touch you when you're not dealing on that left hand side, when you're not entertaining that. It don't matter how many demons they working with. They can have Beelzebub, their friend, coming over for dinner and putting period blood in everybody's spaghetti. It ain't gonna matter when it comes to you. You understand? When it comes to you, if you're locked into the word and you have the right spirits around you. So I just wanted to show y'all that so y'all don't have to be afraid. All you gotta know is just next time I think of a friend, I'm not gonna look up their zodiac sign or this person or that person, or when I go to the fair, I'm not gonna let nobody touch my hand. Read that. Number.
Neither is there any divination against Israel.
There you go. Read it again.
Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob.
Wow.
Neither is there any divination against Israel.
Right. So for us that are in the law, statutes, commandments, and your power is Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. If your power is the one true power, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Right? But that's why we're going over these scriptures. Stay away from these things, man. Watch who you're dealing with. Numbers 23:23.
Yes, sir. That's on point.
That's right, one of those long swords. You know what I mean? Yeah! Go ahead.
Back to Ecclesiastes chapter 33 and verse 14.
Damn.
Ecclesiastes chapter 30 is evil.
Right, good is set against evil. But we understand what's going on, who you're dealing with. Read. It's either you're godly or you're not. It's either, listen, you a witch or you following the laws and statutes of the Most High. It's either you're tapping into the wizardry, tapping into the seances, Are you going to the Church of Bay? Y'all over there?
You know what? And that sounds a little extreme, right? Either you're a witch or you're not. Well, let's think about it. How do people that really don't have the laws, how do they think? It's not hurting nobody. So really, in essence, they can be seduced by that anytime.
Indeed.
If they don't got Yahweh Shai on their side, it's easy for Americans and people in the world to be seduced. They believe anything. Isn't that not real? Listen, they're still believing in tooth fairies and
Right.
Easter of the world.
Right.
Right?
And life against death. So is the godly against the sinner,
Right.
and the sinner against the godly.
And the sinner against the godly, just showing that there's two sides to the spectrum, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Read.
Verse 15. So look upon all the works of the Most High,
Uh-huh.
and there are two and two, one against another.
Right. And we're going to give an example just to show how you have that demonic left-hand side and that righteous right-hand side. Give me Exodus chapter 7, verse 8. Because these powers is real. That's why a lot of these, when you deal with a lot of these cartel members, these cartel members are going to the Santeria, man, to go ahead and get some prayers sent up or sent down. Some prayers to be, listen, let my drugs come through West Texas safely. Let my drugs make it to Canada safely. Let my family be protected. Let me get a bunch of money. And what do? They put on the beads around their neck. Spit a little vodka on the altar that they made up, the little deities that they had.
He has a chain. And he said he was told by.
Yeah, his name is.
Really?
You actually got him.
Yeah, it's actually feds don't tap me out. My drug get here safely.
So they can do wickedness and the saint is going to help them? These guys are retarded, man. They're dummies.
Yes, Jesus Malverde. They call him the angel of the poor.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot about that. He's the narco saint. Call him the narco saint, man.
So there's a righteous saint, angel of the Most High, helping the damn cartel. That's a demon, man.
Yeah.
That's a demon.
This is Judah that wears this too.
Wow.
Judah wears it. He's into that.
Yeah, if you can get a picture of they got a picture of him like on a tattoo on somebody's chest. On there, his name is Jesus Malverde.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, throw that up there. I know we're having a little, I don't know what's going on, man. I think doing it on Facebook and now it's pulling a lot of energy and it's
Shows them how they're trying to use these things to gain power, gain riches, gain whatever they want. But where you at?
Exodus chapter 7 and verse 8.
We start verse 8. And again, we're just showing an example of how this demonic side, this evil side, it works as well. Read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you.
And this is talking about when Moses went down into Egypt. And to tell Pharaoh to listen, let the children of Israel go. Read.
Then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh.
Right, and this part right here is just about hardening Pharaoh's heart. So he told Moses to go down and to do a miracle in front of Pharaoh. So read that again, verse 9.
When Pharaoh shall speak unto you, say, show a miracle for you.
Rod down, and the rod was going to become a serpent. Read.
And Moses and Aaron, and it became a serpent.
Yeah, so they're obviously changing this rod into a serpent. So it's showing some type of changing. You're not going to call it magic, but that was a miracle because it went from a rod into a serpent. Read.
Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers.
Yeah, so Pharaoh's like, listen, man, I can do that myself too. Listen, get on over here, man. The sorcerers, the magicians, we can do the same thing. We got the same power. You thought that was hot? I'm going to show you something. Read.
Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments.
They did the same thing with their enchantments. And enchantments is when you start dealing with these demonic forces. These demonic forces are under your control. Where they
look it up. I want you to look up the word enchantment. And at the same time, if y'all are getting the scriptures, two things we're learning here. That you can tap into that level. So it's not a joke. It's like a Ouija board is not partake in him, right? You got to give up something. There's something. But if you give your soul to him, then you're not giving it to the Most High. That means that everything you do is going to be opposite of the laws, commandments, and way the Most High says do things. So, because you can't give your soul up. You know what I mean? Like, you sold your soul to the devil. You can't sell your soul. But what you can do is make your ideas and your thought process to change over to the left-hand side. So, you got to see it's real. Stay away from these things. Don't play with them. It's not a joke. If your friends want to do it, your family want to do it, they want to have fun, or they trying to pervert your judgment to think it's cool, you got to stay away from it. What do you got?
Definition 3 of enchantment says a magic spell.
Yeah, enchantment is magic spell. What do you got?
It says one who has spirits or demons at his command.
Now, what they books with Bible names on them,
Right.
like they got the keys of Solomon. You like, well, Solomon, he controlled demons. It's like, bruh, show me that in the Bible.
Right.
But this is the problem with a lot of Israelites now in this generation. They believe every damn thing and they won't study and learn. Like, show me in the Bible, in the Apocrypha, where Solomon was using a ring to control demons, and then the demons helped him to build the temple, or spirits, or angels, or whatever. You don't read that, but that's the thing that now you start getting into that, and then you got these brothers that are like, oh, well, there's nothing wrong to call on these angels in the book of Enoch. And that's why they're really caught up into that book of Enoch, because now they're learning names from angels. And I don't see in here in the Bible where they gave us nothing but only about 4 or 5. Go and look up the angels. Well, who's Azazel? You're like, you looking up Azazel and like from Fallen.
The Aquarius line.
You look the moon about demons. What the hell you want to know about Azazel for?
What he's gonna do for you?
Yeah.
I just said, brothers, be looking at the angels and trying to see what the angel does what. Then you go into Romans 1 and 22 where you worship the creature more than the creator.
You're worshiping the creator, and that's why they're really into the book of Enoch, because they got Enoch name on it. They're like, yeah, and the angels, and it's all it's doing is leading you away from the scriptures. It's not leading you more into the knowledge. That's why when you talk to these guys, it's more like, well, did you read the book of Enoch? No, because I haven't read Genesis to Revelation. That's what a lot of you new brothers and sisters need to be telling them when they ask you, well, you got to read the book of Enoch. Have you read it from Genesis to Revelations one time in your whole knowing the truth? You got a lot of brothers and sisters that haven't. See, these are the problems, is they get into that enchanting spirit, and then now you want to look at angels and demons instead of what Yahweh Shai said.
You trying to seek control.
Yeah.
Where you at again? Verse 11?
Yes, sir, verse 11.
Uh-huh.
Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers. Now the magicians of Egypt, they also did in like manner with their enchantments.
Right.
When they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods.
Yeah, so it's still showing that the Most High's power is over all. Just showing that right there. Even though they did do the little enchantment, switch up the rod into the serpent, the Most High's power is over that, man. Give me Ephesians 6 and 12, just to show that there's power. Listen, the left-hand side has power, itty-bitty power. And these nations are the Most High. Read where you at.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
For we wrestle not powers.
Come on.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Against what?
The rulers of the darkness of this world.
Yeah, rulers of darkness. Because there is darkness around, man. This is a wake up. Listen, wake up. They are out here. Your average day Sally Mays? No, she's a modern day Glinda. Glinda the white witch. Rebecca the gray witch. Josephine the black witch. They're real.
Sally Mae. Huh?
Come on, man. And the sad part about it, they be so seductive and smooth, and they seem so nice. But yeah, they're witches, man. They want your spirit. They want your body. They want your mind. It says that there's rulers in darkness. Read that again.
Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Come on.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right.
Against spiritual wickedness.
Against what?
Spiritual wickedness.
That is spiritual wickedness. That's not the right way. I don't care what they say they can have you do. Oh, listen, I can make everybody love you. How to win over friends.
I can get you that man you want.
Oh yeah.
I can get you that woman you want.
Yeah.
You could be more confident.
Oh man, they got my uncle. I'll never forget this. My uncle went to prison for that, man. He went to the soothsayers. My uncle was an ex-dope dealer, man. I ain't gonna say the state, but ex-dope dealer, and he was losing a lot of his money. But he went to the little soothsayer spot, to the palm reader spot, to ask him, listen, I need to get my money back. So they told him to do a couple things. Long story short, after that, his life ain't never been right.
Wow.
Oh, come on. He went from a millionaire to a homeless man.
Wow.
And he's cool with it. That's the sad part about it. He got caught up because he tried to burn down their place because he knew it was off. But it's too late now, man. You trusted into the enchanters, man. You thought you was going to get your little dope money back, but it didn't work. But again, our people start to get, they don't understand that this is literally spiritual wickedness in high places that you're dealing with. This ain't the power of the Most High. This ain't the ground. Jump to, look up to, we don't even know that they're witches and warlocks. A lot of these artists, a lot of these actors, even they said that he used to pop pills, man. He used to pop pills and read books. So he can get enlightened.
Joshua, where we at?
Joshua 24 and 15.
Get it, Mawala.
Yep, Joshua chapter 24 and verse 15. Because again, these are both two sides, man. These are both sides, wickedness and righteousness.
Go ahead, read, Doc.
Joshua chapter 24, verse 15.
Come on.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord.
Read that again.
If it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord.
Come on.
Choose you this day whom you will serve.
Yeah, there's a one or another. Good or evil. Which one you gonna serve? You gonna serve the go after that left-hand side of wisdom, that wicked wisdom. Read.
In whose land ye dwell.
Yeah, because these are just in altars raised up. It's sickening, man. What show is that is their God? Read.
But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Yeah. So Joshua said, we're going to serve the Most High, not these wicked spirits, not these witches, these warlocks, these magicians. And just to throw a couple names up, does anybody know Azalea Banks? Azalea Banks. Listen, let's go into it. Azalea Banks is a witch. She practices witchcraft. I'm gonna read a little excerpt.
Yeah, she's a little unknown rapper, but little known rapper, Azalea Banks.
Yeah, Azalea Banks, it says, but recently the 212 singer announced her practice of brujeria.
Wow.
That is until she posted we got a chick that's over here sacrificing chickens, but for what though? Fame, glory, money. Because remember, she had an issue regarding what's the other one? Azalea? Or Iggy Azalea. That they say that she kind of stole her identity or stole her swag. But think about it. Now she over here sacrificing chickens for what?
She ain't even hot.
Right.
That's the whole thing, that it's backfiring.
Right.
All those chicken bloods is backfiring on her.
Right. So she was sacrificing chickens in her closet. In December of 2006, Banks posted a video of herself cleaning up what appeared to be blood and at least 2 dead chickens while wearing goggles. But again, these are individuals that are practicing these rituals, man. That are practicing these witchcraft and trying to conjure up these deities.
Right, and they just announced. I seen it. I'm not sure where I seen it at, but they were saying that what's his name? Not Sylvester Stallone. The other guy with the
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, the one he's in not Sylvester Stallone. The other white dude.
Yes.
John Travolta.
Yes.
they said somebody outed him talking about this is where all this goes. When it all gets deep into this, it gets real. You thought it was all motivating, it was enlightenment, it was spiritual, but it always leads back to either blood sacrifice, anal sacrifice, right? Or something to do with something filthy. That's what it leads to, man.
Something to take you out.
Now you want to resurrect your son, like Pet Cemetery?
Yeah, man. He ain't gonna be the same. Sad. But going into, obviously Azalea Banks, and you have Sammy Davis Jr. He was a prominent black actor back in the 70s. I think it was late 60s, early 70s. Part of a Church of Satan. Yeah.
It was a wizard.
Yeah. Sammy Davis Jr., he was a good dancer, all that good stuff. Within the ranks of hell, if he could acquire the soul of an accountant.
Wow.
So this is a show that Davis was promoted within the Church of Satan and given the title of warlock.
Wow.
So again, when you start looking at these movies like Harry Potter, these are real instances. They got the little wands getting pushed up from whatever apprentice to wizard level 1, warlock. It's real.
Wow.
Now one thing with Sammy Davis is that he did leave the church, but it's probably because he saw some wicked, he probably saw some a sacrifice, probably saw something that he didn't like. That was very weird. That his spirit.
Oh, he ended up leaving that?
Yeah, he ended up leaving. He ended up leaving the Church of Satan.
Wow.
But again, it's probably because he saw, something that he probably really didn't want to deal with, not knowing the power of what he was dealing with. Man, you can't half step. We got another artist, individual that's pushing this witchcraft, man. She has a song called Bruja. Don't listen to it. It's a song called Bruja. At least look at the lyrics. These musical pyramids or musical.
Now you got the homosexual stage is already taken off.
Yeah.
That stage is taken off. Now we got to bring in the witchcraft all the way through. The homosexual stage, that's moving like a blazing fire all the way through the nation.
Yep.
Right? Now they got to start and run with this witchcraft. Y'all got to see what's going on, man. The Most High said spiritual wickedness in high places.
Oh, yeah. And especially once you start looking at these lyrics, just to give you a taste.
Okay.
Because we have to understand that it's real and that it's out there. And be careful what you listen. It says, it's a song called Bruja. It says, we in them ghetto witches. No, we is them ghetto witches. Speaking in tongue itches. Fall on the floor. Got sage on the door.
Right, and that's what Quetzalcoatl was saying about the sage.
Oh, yeah.
They use this, I don't know, like, listen, sage is good for getting bugs out of your house.
Right.
It's getting, isn't frankincense and myrrh good for that?
For bugs?
For bugs?
Well, no, frankincense is out of question. Yeah. I mean, the smoke
I thought it was that, but yeah, they use the sage.
Lavender.
And at the same time, there's nothing wrong with sage.
Right.
For using scents or burning incense. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But they using this to summons.
Yeah, what they start doing with the sage, they even have a sage prayer.
Really?
So there's a ritual even whenever you start saging. So, like let's say you burn a little frankincense or you sending prayers to the Most High.
Right.
These individuals are sending these prayers to a whole nother deity, a
right.
whole nother power that is not the Most High.
Right.
So yeah, they start digging a little bit deeper into the.
That goes into that mix. What is it called? It's I think in Exodus where it says mix incense. How's it go? And yeah, I'm definitely messing it up, but we weren't supposed to burn any other scents, but that's what's going on with these witches. They're doing certain rituals with these scents. It's not that the scents were wrong.
Oh yeah.
It's not that scents or lavender is evil. It's that these people, what they're doing with them.
Indeed.
Whether, like you said, idols, pictures.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Or wood or metal is not wicked, but they use these things to create their gods.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you got a video with there's a lot of sisters, man. I forget exactly what state it was in, but they had like a little sage thing where they were dancing around and putting the sage all in there, and it was hollering and screaming. And again, those are practices that are not the Bible, man.
Yeah.
These are left hand practices. Where you actually, let's go back to this.
I brought it up last time. There's a series called Cloak and Dagger.
Oh yeah.
And that's what that's all through the series, is that this guy's girl, her auntie is from Louisiana, and she's tapping into these spirits, and then auntie ends up dying. And then we've been using bruja all the time, but voodoo.
Oh yeah, the Haitians. You can look at the lyrics of that song, because it just goes in northeast, west, south. Basically talking about she's setting up prayers, good witches. I F with the hopped off my broomstick, witchcraft.
Like this is a song, y'all.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah.
This is a song.
That baby father still in jail. Good witches. I F with
Good
bad
witches.
deeds, we run. Yeah, you know, it's sad because she even talked about Orisha. Orisha, my altar.
Now, y'all. Now, if y'all look at the thumbnail, right, where you put up there that witch, right? Now you're sitting there and you're what? You're singing. Yeah, you're singing what? You're singing this in your head.
East, west to the north, witches.
Right? All you do for y'all, I'm not even talking about the grown-ups that act like all through the house singing about witchcraft.
Yep. Light magic, it's nothing. Orisha's my altar.
Now, what the hell are they talking about? No, all you doing is in the car, like you listening, and then it just becomes a thing. That's your psalm.
Yeah.
And then next you know, you're like, why am I so angry?
Yeah.
It's like you're damn waking up to Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Right? Why am I so sad all the time? Little did you know you were singing a song that made you sad all the time.
The words that's coming out your mouth, man, wasn't positive.
Right. It was just like, oh, damn, why am I depressed all the time?
Yeah.
You're singing this damn music and don't understand. Why am I so lustful all the time? Your whole track list is R. Kelly. I want to poo, pee, pee, pee. It's like Sex in the Kitchen. Right? Because that's what R. Kelly talk about, right? This is, the funny thing is that the scriptures say ye are gods. You are still the base man. Like, as I start waking up more and more and more, I realize, damn, this music, first of all, I realized it through the kids. I'm like, wait a minute. I can't throw on R. Kelly, him talking about Sex in the Kitchen, and the kids are growing up, and they're thinking about, they're hearing in the background, sex in the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to poo, pee, pee, pee. And then they're like singing, they're like, damn, Dad, what you singing about? I want to poo. That's why when y'all get in the car, how many times you heard music in my car for the last years? Think about it. Sometimes I put it on just to be, so I won't beat y'all up. Why? Because you start singing it, you start music, media, TV, everything.
And that's all witchcraft. Oh yeah.
It's all witchcraft. Media, the Chaldeans, they were dealing with witchcraft. The Medes, they were dealing with witchcraft. They all come from the Babylonians. Whatever word you want to put on it, witchcraft, voodoo, bruja, it all goes back to demonic worship of Satan and tapping in what way you can summon other deities or gods or powers. So you got to watch. And I'm going to say this. I'm not trying to kill y'all with not listening to the music. I'm saying this. When you don't know what you're dealing with and you don't got control over your own mind, you don't need that in your life. When all your content going to be, 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. 1 minute you're my friend, next minute anxiety. You got a lot of brothers and sisters that then you're listening to dang rap, you're listening to all this music, you're watching the wrong things, you're feeding your mind with this madness. And you want to know, damn, why can't I get strong? That's why we always say, go to Ecclesiastes 39:1. And I'm just throwing this little part in here real quick. I'm not going to take over your whole point, but I wanted to throw this part in there because a lot of y'all got to understand what you're entertaining. You look at brothers, like you talk, you be like, damn, man, when I look at brothers, I'm looking at like the classes they give and drop, and I want to be like that. Well, how? We cut out everything. That's how we do. Right? When I drive up, what you hear? Bitches ain't shit but hoes. You don't hear that. I took the amp out of the car, let them sell that, or you won't hear me throw on some damn crybaby nigga Drake. That's strong. Then what do I need to be occupied in? Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 1.
Go ahead.
But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof.
That's everything you listen to, you watch on TV all the time, and is constant occupying of your mind will be your meditation. So watch. We fell asleep. We watched Stranger Things last night. You know, our little custom. We got a little Netflix series, so we watch our little Stranger Things. And guess what I dream about? Stranger Things, right? Because that's how the mind works. You know what I mean? Nobody's thinking about damn Stranger Things, right? But it's just what I went to sleep with, and that was in my dream. I don't remember the whole dream, but that was there. Wow, that's how your mind works. So imagine somebody that's not conscious of their brain, not conscious of themselves, can't control their emotions. Oh, media, TV, and all these things, they're eating our people up. They're killing them. And they don't see it. And too late. It's too late when they got spirits, emotions, anger, bitterness, hatred. I want to fight. I want to kill. And you're like, damn, where'd you get this from? Where'd you get all that from? Like, why are you so angry? Why are you so upset? I'm just trying to give y'all something to think about, man, because if you are God-like, or if you claim to be a son of the Most High, you got to start occupying your mind with the things that are going to make you think that way. Go ahead, read.
And will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients.
That's what you're supposed to be doing, seeking out the wisdom of the ancients. You're supposed to be getting in this Bible, man, and trying to learn about yourself, your mind, your spirit, your thoughts. Where are they coming from? Why are you bitter all the time? Why am I like this all the time? That's why when you're occupied in the law of the Most High, trust me, do a fast, 1 month fast, no social media, none of that music, and what happens? All of a sudden, all your talk is spiritual talk. You're like, yeah, Most High came to me in a dream last night. It's like, okay, now you the spiritual nigga. 1 minute you the damn psychopath. 1 minute you the emotional rib, and now you spiritual. You can always be like that if you occupy your mind in this, and this starts to take a control of your thoughts. Then you can start to say, and you're conscious of when those demons come, you can be like, okay, I see you, Satan. Nice try. Here's the sword of the Most High. Pow, take that. I see you coming a mile away. But you know why a lot of y'all consume? Because you're not.
Prophecy.
Netflix series.
Prophecy.
Prophecies, man. TikTok. Twitter.
Prophecy.
TikTok.
Prophecies.
Exactly. And yes, I am throwing bars at some people in here. Why? Because just showing y'all, take control of what you're doing. Go ahead.
Verse 2.
That's it on that. Go ahead, all right. Huh? Yeah, right.
Give me Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 16.
We got a question online? What's that? We can't hear you. Just pass it over to her. Huh?
Yeah.
Just pass it over to her like that. Nobody can hear you. Sisters talk low. Go ahead. A little bit more. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm asking, sometimes the kids think that a bad spirit is going to come and get them. And I always tell them that the spirits only come along when we let them. Like we entertain those spirits and we let them do that.
Right.
So it is like that when we're trying to be too. Like you were saying, if you believe in it, then it'll work. But if you're not entertaining it or thinking it, it's not going to touch you just because it wants to, right?
Right. No spirits are gonna come unless you're dabbing in this. Okay, so you got the level that.
Then that's what I'm talking about, like negative spirits that will come against you.
And that's a whole level when that happens. But negative spirits, remember, are attacking daily, but not to that stage.
Right.
So, to answer your question, no, those level of spirits ain't gonna attack. You don't have to worry about, like, Freddy Krueger coming in your house in physical form attacking you. Or, what's her name? Mara what? Yeah, that movie. They did a movie on her, right?
It's actually
It's a demon. It's a demon.
it's like a true story. Somebody that diagnosed with kids and comes back and still guilty.
Right. Yeah, wow. Well, but the point is that those demons ain't going to be around you on that level unless you're doing seances or something like that. Now, there's spirits around on a low. If you got the Most High around you, if you're occupied in His command, you don't have to worry about that. Go to Psalms 91. Go to Psalms 91 real quick, just on her question. What is her name? La what? La Llorona? Yeah. There's a movie on that. Go to Psalms 91 real quick.
Psalm chapter 91.
And jump down to go ahead.
Verse 5.
I was actually thinking that verse too, so go ahead.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
There you go. Y'all see that? Read verse 4. Verse 2. Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Go ahead.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge.
Right? No evil, for thou art with me. Right? Generation, though we're in the midst of negative, me shall prosper. So you don't got to worry about La Llorona coming through the house. You know what I mean? Walking backwards down the stairs. You know what I mean? With her mouth open, talking about, you know what I mean? Or waking up, you standing.
Something in the dark.
Yeah, you like over your bed, you wake up and she's standing over you with her hair hanging down, doing like this. Yeah, I mean, the only time you have to worry about that if you got demons on you.
Yeah.
You understand? But look what he's. Go ahead, read that.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge.
He is what?
My refuge.
See, this is why you're supposed to pray at night.
Time.
See, to keep those thoughts, you know what I mean? But as I grow up and I understand, and I stood there, at the bottom of hell, I am there. So Yahweh dwells in darkness. I'm not afraid of Freddy Krueger of La Llorona.
Right.
I know I'm butchering that name, but I'm not afraid of the girl from The Grudge walking down my stairs. I'm afraid of the Most High. He's more scary than them niggas. You know what I mean? He said he's the king of terrors. He didn't say Freddy was the king of terrors, or because Freddy Krueger back in the days, that was the guy that scared the hell out of me. Like the 1, 2, Freddy. The song itself, I was crapping bricks. You know what I mean? So, but as you get older in the spirit, you realize that ain't. I don't care for none of that. I could walk down a dark alley. You know what I mean? And not have to look behind my back. Because why? Read.
And my fortress.
Right? Because the Most High is my fortress. Go ahead.
My power, in Him will I trust.
Read.
Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
Yeah.
Some pestilence.
Yeah, that noisome pestilence is going to be the.
He shall cover thee with His feathers.
Go ahead.
And under His wings.
We think it's jumping because we added Facebook, and that's bringing problems. So we're probably not going to stream Facebook next class. Go ahead, read on.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
You see that? Y'all listening? God? His truth shall be your shield and buckler. Like, so my protection is the knowledge.
Yeah.
That's why every night I pray Yahweh Baba Kushah, remove all spirits, negative, hurt, harm, danger from us, around us. Why? Because listen, anytime somebody can have a demon and try to do a home invasion on you. Demons is one thing, and then you got the demons. You see that? You're what?
Thou shalt not be afraid.
Any, like the other sister said, the exorcism or the grudge or those demons. Now, it'd be a black spot. And you'd be like, what the hell is... And it'd be looking down at you. You'd be like, you turn on the lights and boom, it'd be gone. Turn off the lights, it'd be right back up in there in the corner. Watching you watch TikTok. You know what I mean? You better watch it. But the Most High, if the Most High is with you, go ahead.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night.
You see that? We don't got no fear. There is no fear because the Most High is with us. Go ahead.
Nor the arrow that flieth by day.
So he's talking about destruction. He's talking about I'm waiting for the promise. Yahweh said he's going to protect me. He's going to protect me. Right? He said 75 cops. He said he's going to protect us from
that wasted at noonday.
Yeah, the noonday is talking about when Yahweh Shai is giving us an idea of what time of the day that hour is gonna be for Yahweh Shai coming back. What?
This is a cut because we're in a mall. You know the guy that we met. He was like, "Hey, listen to an Israelite that does like sports podcasts."
Okay.
On YouTube.
Okay.
And this guy's like one of these almost doomsday preppers, and it's like, how are you an Israelite? You believe in the scriptures, but you over here, we need to have food supplies and this and that. And it's like it's a cut on all these people. Like you said, like you shouldn't be afraid.
And I do want to add, there's nothing wrong with having food. There's nothing wrong with having a nice AR. It's nothing wrong with having a nice 45 in your house. But if you putting your trust in that, but it ain't gonna matter if the nigga gets in before I think about this. The Most High needs to be on your side.
You can have all the guns you want.
You can only carry at least one. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? You can only
all at thy side.
Right?
And 10,000 at thy right hand.
Go ahead.
But it shall not come nigh thee.
Go ahead.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked.
Right. Jump to verse 9. Come on.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge.
Right, and that was the point of the scripture. You made the Lord your refuge. You had your mind on him. You occupied yourself in the laws and commandments. You followed the right way. Go ahead.
Which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Go ahead.
There shall no evil befall thee.
Go ahead.
Neither shall any plague come.
Right, nothing hits him. Right. Then the Spirit's going to guide you, and you're going to be right there with him. Your kids, your family, your wife. Because he was righteous, and his family followed that righteous soul. Go ahead.
Verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Go ahead.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee.
You see that? So when I'm looking at my household, when you're thinking about your room, if there's a demon up in the corner, I know there's an angel, there's a spirit right there with you, fighting that off. That's what you have to know. There's angels around us all the time. And the Most High give them charge over us. Right? Everywhere you move. When you move with ignorance, there be angels there. You understand that? So you got to
protect it. But again, a lot of times we call actors, it's music. We entertain our friends that you know that's not righteous, that's dealing with this witchcraft. Read where you at.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 16. But ungodly men with their works.
With their what?
With their works.
Yeah, if you're ungodly in the eyes of the Most High, when you start trying to dibble and dabble with these seances, you try to dibble and dabble with this music that you think is literally satisfying your spirit, but it's really destroying you because read on.
And words.
And what?
And words.
Yeah, because the words that are coming out of your mouth isn't righteous words. They're not life, man. It's death. Why? Because all it's talking about is good witches, I F with, bad bees, we run ish, four bees, four corners, north, east, west, south. Come on, man. That's what's coming out your mouth, and a lot of times you don't even know that that's what's coming.
Call it to them.
Read. It said they did what?
Call it to them.
Yeah, man, we call that to us, man. When we start dealing with the left-hand side of this wisdom. Read, cutting the chicken necks, spitting vodka on it, sucking the blood. I've seen all that, man. You in a cave in Mexico, out here trying to do your little rituals so that you can make it safe. When you did what? Read that again.
When they thought to have it their friend,
Yeah, when you thought to have it in your best interest. Read.
they consumed to naught,
Come on.
and made a covenant with it.
Yeah, you consumed to not, man. Read. And it said it made a what?
Made a covenant with
Yeah,
it,
you made a covenant with wickedness. Read.
because they are worthy to take part with it.
Yeah, man, the Most High was saying, listen, man, you're worthy to take part of this wickedness, man, because you devoted yourself to that. And that's what a lot of these individuals that the Most High told us to stay away from were doing, to avoid. Give me James chapter 3 and verse 15, because you have to see that soothsayers, these palm readers, just because they're coming up in the world with, doesn't mean that that's the,
Descended not from above.
it do what?
Descended not from above.
Yeah, that, the wisdom of witchcraft, the wisdom of a quick come up, the wisdom of voodoo, the wisdom of the brujas, it's not what?
From above.
Read.
But is earthly,
Come on.
sensual,
Yeah, it's earthly as I don't know what. Because it's not from the Most High. Read.
sensual,
Yeah,
devilish.
it's devilish, man. It's doctrines of devils. You've been bamboozled. You've been fooled. Isaiah 47 and 10. Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 10, man. Because we're understanding that the power on the left-hand side is wickedness. And that's from Satan. Satan's little minions, man. Satan wants you to pull you away from the power of the Most High, to go into another form of doctrine, which is wickedness. Really looking up YouTube videos on Be With Me Forever. We can have a family together. All you got to get together, put it underneath this altar, pray to it 3-4 times a day. Read that again. This is what?
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
Yeah, you trusted in that type of ritual. Read.
Thou hast said,
Come on.
none see me.
Read.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge,
Yeah.
it hath perverted.
Yeah, you perverted, man. They really think that that's true wisdom and true knowledge. Come on, man. The Most High is giving us something better. But for all those that have those friends that's doing them, let them know that that's not knowledge. And that's not going to, the Most High is not going to allow that to be on this earth forever. You're going to have it for right now. Like Priest Quadazov said yesterday in his class about the here and now. You can have that here and now. You can have that for just a moment, but it won't last. Read.
Thy knowledge, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Yeah, it perverted you. Read.
And thou hast said in thy heart,
Uh-huh.
I am, and none else besides me.
Yeah, come on, man. A lot of these individuals are so high-minded, they have to be destroyed. Ecclesiastes chapter 19 and verse 22. That, that may be dabbling into the is it of the Most High or is it wicked? You got to understand, you have to look because you are doing these works. That's why that Wisdom of Solomon said that you call it to yourself with your works and your words. This is not wisdom, man. Stop it. Again, you might have a little car on 22s. You might be able to smoke you some blunts and sell you some pounds for due season. But the Most High is destroying that. You might come up real quick like Satan tried to show Christ on the ledge. Listen, I'll give you everything. I'll give you all the riches. You can have all the land. At what cost? And for how long? The sad part about it, it's not really how long, it's what's the cost. The cost is your spirit. The cost is understanding that the Most High will destroy you, just like he was going to destroy the witches. He suffered not a witch to live. A wizard, a necromancer, the counsel of these soothsayers. Read that again. Ecclesiastes chapter 34 and verse 5. Because we're understanding that this left-hand negative side, this wickedness, is not wisdom, man. It's not wisdom of the Most High. Read where you at.
Ecclesiastes chapter 34, verse 5. Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain.
Read that again.
Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain.
Yeah, I don't care what your mom taught you, what your grandma used to do, what your old ancestors used to tap into, where they used to get their information from, the charmers. The Most High said it's vain. Soothsayers, divinations, you foretelling history, foretelling the future. Oh, you know what? You're going to be rich. You got an M on your hand. Oh, yeah, you're going to get that money. But how you going to act? He said, you gonna get some nothing? Read that again. Read.
If they be not sent from the Most High.
If the prophet Jeremiah said that, how did he just talk to me yesterday? He says you need to watch out for Texas. No, is that in the scriptures? No, you trying to hear that? If you roll these dice 4 times and you land snake eyes, listen, you might hit that lotto. Read that again.
If they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, set not thy heart upon them.
Yeah, don't believe it, man. Don't believe it. And again, the Most High gave us what? Gave us His word, man. And the brothers and sisters that use this word in wisdom. Give me Ecclesiastes 15 and 18. Ecclesiastes chapter 15 and 18, because we're going into.
Go and see on people, but.
Oh, right.
So go mind spirit.
Right? No, that's right on point. Yeah, man. Again, if it ain't from the Most High, come on, man. If it ain't from, listen, it ain't from a priest, bro. What you asking for? Why are you asking for advice from, man? Read again. Oh, read where you at.
Ecclesiastes chapter 15.
18.
Verse 18. For the wisdom of the Lord is great.
Yeah, this is talking about the wisdom of the Most High. That's why we got to tap into this right-hand side. You have to trust and believe. These witches, listen, they got to understand that their power is limited. Their power is limited because it is. Like Kazaki was saying, we're not supposed to be scared of these witches. They have no power over the Most High. They can do all they want to against those that aren't under the hedge or under the covering. Read where you at.
Ecclesiastes chapter 15 and verse 18.
Come on.
For the wisdom of the Lord is great,
And
He is mighty in power, and beholdeth all things.
You pray and fast and dig into the Bible. Let the Most High show you, man.
Verse 20. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly.
And that's it. That's it. Just showing that the Most High is great. The Most High's power is above all this wickedness, man. All this witchcraft. All these things that we think is going to profit us, rather than going to the Spirit of the Most High, the pure Spirit, the most powerful Spirit, the God of terrors, the power of Israel. Think about it, man. We even go to, when you start dealing with, you're talking about the witches. Listen, even TV shows, you rather just lock into Dr. Phil. You literally being sucked in by Dr. Phil on TV and listen to what Dr. Oz has to say. And the Bible been told you what to eat and what not to eat, and to exercise a little bit, take care of your temple. Think about that. It says the power, go back to that verse 18.
Verse 18. For the wisdom of the Lord is great, and He is mighty in power.
Yeah, the Most High is mighty and powerful, and He'll give you what you want. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 7. And this is the power of the Most High, man. I read about Moses when we're going to read little kids that were mocking him, man. This is that power. Y'all talking about the bones. The bones ain't going to do nothing for me. And that's what y'all should have in your mind, friend. Read where you at.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me.
Yeah, see, it was saying that I prayed and understanding was given. And that's the same thing that we should be doing, that these witches don't do. These witches want to pray to Satan, man. These witches want to start doing these rituals to try to get this understanding, to get the higher power. The Most High said it comes from Him. Read that again.
Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me.
Read.
I called upon the Most High.
Yeah, these witches been bamboozled, man. That's that. Listen, the next time I see a witch, I'm gonna have to listen. I'm gonna show her the scripture right here. Hey, listen. You got time? Yeah. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Read this right here. Read this right here. Read it again.
Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me.
Yeah, you trying to get understanding of the past, understanding of.
I called upon the Most High. And the Spirit.
Called into Santeria.
I called upon the Most.
There's these women that wear dresses that look pretty righteous, but it does say palm reading and horoscope. Let me go up in there real quick.
I called upon the Most High.
Yeah, it says call upon the Most High. Read.
And the Spirit of wisdom came to me.
Yeah, the Spirit of wisdom came to you, man. The Spirit of understanding. That'll give you more knowledge. It'll give you the quasar breakdowns. It'll give you, listen, the knowledge of how to deal, of how to have no anxiety, how to have love in your life, how to have a healthful relationship, how to keep a husband. That's funny, man. When you think about that, the period blood to keep a man? No. About a silent and love to keep your husband. You ain't got to worry about no period.
I preferred her before scepters and thrones.
Yeah, you got to prefer the wisdom, the knowledge that the Most High gives. You got to prefer above everything, man. Because he'll give it to you. It's sad, man. We literally, we go to the gym, you know, especially when you do with Issachar, the 9.5, these deities that they pray to, their candles, the constant altar preparation that you do, your altar prayers. Verse 8 says what?
I prefer her before scepters and thrones.
Yeah, you gotta prefer her before kingdoms, man. When you do with scepters, it's talking about powers. It's talking about the scepter was almost like it just shows royalty that the kings had with them. It says and thrones. Read.
And esteemed riches, nothing in comparison of her.
Yeah, man. There's no money. There's no money that I would want rather than having, or I would rather have the knowledge rather than money. This will come from the left hand, and this is
neither compare I unto her any precious stone.
Right. Things is nothing. And again, when you start dealing with these witches, it's all carnality, man. It's all carnal. They're not tapping into the spirit. They're tapping into the spirit of wickedness, man. Read.
I loved her above health and beauty.
Read.
And chose to have her instead of light.
Come on.
For the light that cometh from her never goeth up.
Yeah, and again, this shows that this power right here comes from the right-hand side. You're not going to attain this anywhere else. You can't find it in books. And I'm talking about books of the world. You can't find it in Reader's Digest, Cosmo. You know what I mean? You can't go to your local council session with just vanity. No, it comes from the Most High's wisdom. Read.
Verse 11. All good things together came to me with her.
Read that again.
All good things together came to me with her.
Yeah, the power of the Most High brings you all good things. They took the booby trick. What they call the booby. You got rap stars sacrificing mothers high. Read.
And innumerable riches in her hand.
And what?
And innumerable riches in her hand.
Yeah, the Most High will give you innumerable riches. See, when you start dealing with these cartels, all the riches that they wanted, they could have got that the right way, man. But they had to go down the left-hand side. They had to start selling dope to their family members, to their nation. You're selling death. You're selling addiction. You're wicked as hell. But you could have got that if you dealt on the right-hand side, just like Solomon did, right? Solomon dealt with the wisdom of the Most High. The Most High gave him everything. And he asked for wisdom. Gave him riches, dominion, houses, wives, servants. Kings were dropping off everything to him. But it's because he was tapping into the right-hand side. Same book of Enoch, to understand how to snatch out, gave him that liberally. Read verse 11 again.
Verse 11.
Innumerable riches in her hand, man. Just showing that the power on this right-hand side will give you everything. Give me 1 Kings 18 and 20. 1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 20. Just a couple more scriptures, but just hitting on this point. Just regarding how this left-hand side, man, it does not supersede the Most High's power. It's almost like a movie to the Most High. Go ahead and play with that little toy if you want to for right now. I'm going to show you real power. And this is a situation or an example that happened in the Bible when you deal with Elijah. When you deal with Elijah, when you deal with these prophets of Baal, that they had all these prophets but couldn't do nothing, man, to the power of the Most High. And just like Priest Kazaki was saying, like these witches and warlocks, they can't do nothing against us, please. If you got the hedge of the Most High, your minds stay.
So Ahab sent unto all the children of Israel, how long halt ye between two opinions?
Yeah, how you gonna have two opinions? You try who you think is giving you what you need? Read that again.
And Elijah came unto all the people and said,
The power follow him. Stop going to the horoscope. Stop going to the palm reader. You going to the palm reader in church? How that work? You know what I mean? You go to the palm reader to get a foretelling of your life. Should this man be in my life? Well, if the nigga's smoking crack, beating on you, can't hold a job, disrespectful, I believe he's not for you. Is he gonna change? Read.
But if Baal, then follow him.
Yeah, but if you're going after Baal, if follow Baal, then if you're doing these little trinket ceremonies, you're gonna follow the Most High. You're gonna follow this wickedness. Read out here, one man. He was actually clowning them right now. He said, I'm one man out here. Read.
But Baal's prophets are 450 men.
And you 400 deep out here, man. You know what I mean? I should be scared of y'all. Y'all got a lot of power. Basically he's saying y'all got a lot of power. If y'all all throw some omens and rants and what do you want to call it? Chants, y'all might get me. Read.
Verse 23. Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks.
Right.
And let them choose 1 bullock for themselves. And cut it in pieces.
Read.
And lay it on wood. And put no fire under it. And I will dress the other bullock and lay it on wood and put no fire under it.
Yeah, so Elijah's setting them up for the, listen, we're going to see if your God is real. We're going to see if the powers that y'all are worshiping, the powers that y'all have been giving y'all, these them up right now with an offering. So basically you have 2 altars, a bullock.
Gods. And I will call on them.
You know what I'm saying? With the Ouija board, whoever you're trying to entertain, you call them, and I'm going to call who?
The name of the Lord.
Yeah, I'm going to call the name of Israel, the Lord of Israel. I'm going to call my power. Read.
And the power that answereth by fire, let him be the Most High.
Yeah. Where you at?
Verse 24.
Read that again.
And the power that answereth by fire, let him be power.
Right, just showing that, listen, whoever, if your altar is lit up on fire, listen, let him be called God. If mine's is, that's the Most High. Read.
And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken.
Oh, because they was confident. We 450 deep. I bet money. Baal, Beelzebub, Azelu, whatever spirits, angels that you praying to is going to come through for them. That's what they thought. Read.
And Elijah and called on the name of your powers, the name of Baal, from morning even until noon.
Hold on, they from morning until noon? Yeah, come on, man. Almost what, 6 hours? Sitting out here on their knees, ripping themselves up. Read.
Say, O Baal, hear us.
O Baal, hey, please, show this nigga, show Elijah that you are God. Read.
But there was no voice.
Yeah, come on, man. You really thought, y'all, you suckers. You really thought Baal was finna say something? But wait till Elijah. I love this, man. Y'all gotta see this. Y'all gotta see how these wicked forces have nothing against the power of the Most High, man. Read. The power of the righteous.
Nor any that answered. And they leapt upon the altar which was made.
Right.
And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them.
He did what?
Mocked them. And said, cry aloud, for he is a power. Either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in a journey.
Yeah, come on. These are the soothsayers. These are the witches and the warlocks of there. Nah, he's up there pre-adverse. He's sleeping.
Wait. And they cried loud.
So when y'all see people with these little cut marks, come on, man. What are they doing? They got spirits on them. That's not of the Most High, cutting yourself. That's not cool. Having arms, marks across your arm. Read.
Till the blood gushed out upon them.
And I'm going to show you, read 28 again.
And they cried loud and cut themselves after their manner.
And that's after their manner. Like they really thought that shedding blood was going to have the spirit of Baal come down and speak and light this fire up. Big dummies. Read.
Till the blood gushed out upon them. And it came to pass, when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice, according to the number of the tribes of the
sons. These prophets of Baal, this left-hand side, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
Unto whom the word of the Lord came, saying, Israel shall be thy name.
Come on.
And with the stones he built an altar in the name of the Lord. And he made a trench about the altar.
Jump down to verse 33.
33. And he put the wood in order and cut the bullock in pieces. And laid them on the wood and said, fill 4 barrels with water.
Yeah, and we have to hit these stories because they're on point. It's right on point with the class. Showing that this left-hand side, bro, is limited. Stop it. Y'all can do your little stuff on the side, but when it comes to comparison to righteousness and to the Most High, stop it. It's going to be cut off. Read. Keep reading.
And poured it on the burnt sacrifice. And on the wood.
Right.
And he said, do it the second time. And they did it the second time.
Times, man. Drench this altar 3 times, and I'm gonna show you something. Read.
It passed at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel.
Yeah, Elijah didn't call on the God of, listen, whatever altar, man. What was the one Saint Jesus, the narco god? He didn't call on him, man. He didn't call on the fire god like them Egyptologies do, because they ain't witchcraft too. He called on the Father of who? Or the Lord?
And the Lord power of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel.
Come on.
Let it be known this day that thou art power in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word.
Yeah, I even did all these things in the power of the Most High's name, man. Read.
Hear me, O Lord. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice.
Read that. Supersedes, listen, any negative, man. Any negativity, any needs. A hex? Nigga, I'm going to pray to the Most High that he protects me. Jump down, where you at?
38, third precept. And the wood, and the stones, and the dust.
Right.
And lift up the water that was in the trench.
Read.
And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, the Lord, he is the power. The Lord, he is the power.
See, and that's what it is, man. And that's what it's going to come down to when it comes to these witches and warlocks. Listen, their power is nothing when they see the ultimate power of the Most High. Go to, jump to Proverbs 1 and 22. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22. Because they knew that their God was nothing, man. They knew that their power was nothing.
He loves simplicity.
Yeah. Witchery. Magicians. Magic. Yeah, man, because they're simple as hell, man. Witches, simple. Y'all are dummies, man. We got to be thankful that we have this book right here as power. Because we understand what's right and what's wrong. We understand the true path that righteous individuals should be taken upon and how they should tap into true power. Because the witches don't have power. Their gods are nothing. Give me Psalms 96 and 5. A couple more scriptures, we're going to end it here. Psalm chapter 96 and verse 5. Because listen, Christ didn't have to do that. I'm going to keep saying that. Christ didn't have to tap into the left-hand side. Oh, you got to get a little wicked to know about you got to know all things. You got to get a little bit to the wicked. No, you don't. The power comes from the Most High only, his word, his doctrine, his wisdom, that he gives liberally to those that seek it. Read where you at. That again?
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
Yeah, all the gods of the nations are idols, which means that they're nothing. They're not real power. They're literally, they can't feed themselves. They're nothing. All those little rituals and sacrifices, man, please, that's nothing. You big dummy, you're simple. They're simple. You gotta look at them and laugh. It's nothing to look out, it's nothing to look upon and be in awe or to have a respect of, because they can snap and something catch on fire. Please, man, get out of here. The Most High gonna do that and destroy this whole world. Gonna destroy America. Read where you at again.
Psalm 96 verse 5.
Right.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
Yeah, all the gods of the nations are idols. Read.
But the Lord made the heavens.
Go to 1 Corinthians 8 and 4. Just showing that, listen, the gods of these individuals are nothing, man.
Ooh, I like what Lewis just said.
What did he say?
He said a lot of the witchery is in front. You gotta what?
Pagan witch.
Right. Well, hey, listen, rewind this class, because theatrics, but yeah, this class is exactly what you need. Anyway, go ahead, Ike. No, but I was just saying what Lewis was saying. He's right. He's right. He's absolutely right.
Read where you at?
1 Corinthians chapter 8.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. As concerning therefore the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols,
Perfect time.
we know that an idol is nothing in the world,
Perfect time.
and that there is none other power but one. For though there be that are called gods.
Actually, my apologies. Read from the top again. Verse 4.
Verse 4. As concerning therefore the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols.
Come on.
We know that an idol is nothing in the world.
The idol is what?
Nothing in the world.
Yeah, these idols is nothing, man. They got no power. They have no rank. They have no they don't stand out to the Read where you at?
And that there is none other power but one.
Yeah, the only power is the power of the Most High, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because he controls all those spirits anyway.
Right. We didn't even hit on that
Right.
side.
He controls all those spirits anyway. Y'all got to understand that. That's what I was saying about it earlier. That the reason why I don't fear it, because, listen, when demons come around you or come on you, you got to go back to Job. When you go back to Job, Satan had to get the okay from the Most High to unleash whatever it is. You know, so it's easy for Satan to come up when these witches and start dabbing in that side. For them to go, for Satan to go to the Most High and say, okay, I got one right here with the devil t-shirt on. You know what I mean? His growing horns. You know, he does all the witchcraft at home. He's on my side. Take him. But the whole thing loses. All the witches in war beginning of the class. Right? They lose.
You're going to get earthquakes.
All that. And they're not going to be able to do nothing about it.
Trying to get your stuff together.
Just on that, because I was listening to class, and me and Zion spoke about it earlier. You know, when you read St. John 14:6, the House Shai already gave the format, the blueprint, the only way to get to the Most High.
Right.
Which is, it says, St. John chapter 14, verse 6.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by me.
Right.
The only way to reach the Most High is by going through the same path that Yahweh Shai took.
And I'm sure he probably touched on it a little bit. They're trying to circumvent the Father.
Right.
They're trying to get this power, this spiritual enlightenment without the Creator, without the Most High. They're trying to do it in all these cats. And the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. And I know he went over that. So magic, that's not the way to the Creator. That's a perfect ending.
Right. And you got the other scripture that says they do it for a corruptible price.
Right.
We're going through the steps of Yahweh Shai for an incorruptible price.
There you go. There you go. Right. What are they doing their magic and witchery for? Very good point.
Right.
Very, very good point. Do y'all got any questions on that class? Anything online? Nothing? Okay. I mean, sorry, brothers and sisters. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube, and we're thinking it's doing too much. We're trying to do too much on there. So next class, Friday, tomorrow, we're not going to be doing both streams. We're just going to be doing the YouTube stream. So we shouldn't have all that and it's going to upload, rewind it. Like, share, subscribe, check out the channel. Bath, we like to say shalom.
Shalom.